Hello and welcome back to another message, another daily message. So again, I think for this one I'm going to be jumping into the Oracle of the Unicorns, Oracle of the Unicorns deck, and channel some messages, whatever wants to come through, and then depending on the message, I will pull tarot or additional oracle. Alright, Spirit, want me to be a channel piece for messages that need to come through for the collective, for the viewer, for their highest, greatest good. Messages only for their highest good. Messages of confirmation, clarification, guidance, and reassurance. My voice has to be a channel for those divine messages. That's what it is. Okay, the first card out is Past Lives. Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. That's too many. Somebody here is definitely clearing old karmic, clearing generational karma. Like you're the one that's ending. You're the one that's like ending certain cycles in the generations. Like no more repeats of the same experiences. You're the one putting an end to a lot of it. You're the one doing a lot of that work. Like, and when you put it into generational karma, it is not easy. It is not easy. And then we have expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you are made of. I love the way this card looks. This is normally a unicorn deck, and I love it because I think there's like some more Pegasus or the flying horses that don't always have the horn. I love this card here. Ooh, yeah. You're really meant to do great things, and I think that there's some definitely, I want to get one more, definitely some old karma and generational karma, like past loved ones in your generation, in your lifeline, is that the right word? I don't know. The generation line. It's like they've repeatedly lived the same experiences or similar experiences. They've done it the same way every time. There's always been struggle. There's always been strife. There's always been, it just hasn't been easy. And you're the one clearing that. Like you're going to change and you're going to be the one to break that cycle, break that pattern, the repeating cycle, and you're going to be the one to do something different. Like with the expansion card, I'm getting that feeling like you're meant to do great things. You're meant to do amazing things. And I think every generation, every person before you has been meant to do great things. And of course, they probably did great things. But when I'm saying great things, I mean like changing the world. Not like, I mean, you could be the next president, but like it's like you're doing such important work in this life. You're meant to do such important work that changes people globally. And whether that is like you're doing something online, you're doing inspirational talks, and you're changing at large, you're changing people at large. You're meant to do really great things in this life. And if you choose to want to do those great things, you have to clear away the karmic debt, break out of old karmic patterns and karmic cycles, anything that has been the repeating story and experience. Your parent before you, your grandparent or great-grandparent, all before you, all lived a life, even just people in your family, like relatives and stuff, but like usually it's a generational one. They've lived their lives, they did their great things, they had their impacts. Everyone plays a part in this life, in this world, in this experience. But in this particular experience, like, you were meant to be doing something so miraculously big, and it doesn't come without the challenge and the difficulty of breaking out of those cyclic patterns. It's easy for you to fall back into comfort, into familiarity, and do life the same way that your parents did, that your grandparents did, that the grandparents before them. Like, it's easy to just do it the way you've always done it, the way they've always done it, the way you were encouraged to do it, the way society and the world's told you to do it. But there's something else bigger, and you're meant to do that. And if you want to do that, then you're the one to take on breaking this cycle and ending these generational, putting it into the karmic debt. Like, you're the one paying the debt. And that might mean you're the one learning the freaking hard lessons. Like, you're the one going through the hardship, the challenges, the struggle. It could be very externally visible. It could be internally. And it's something that maybe your family, your parents and your grandparents didn't really experience because it was always just the same. And you're meant to do more. And by saying, yes, I want more, you're taking on that hard work. You're going through trials and tribulations and difficulties. That's not to say nobody in your life or in your family's history ever went through hardship or struggles. But because you're wanting to end because you're wanting to put an end to the repeating karma, you're wanting to do something different, then you're having to do the hard work. It's like you're having to clean house. You're having to go through the hard lessons because you're the one capable of doing that. Yeah, release your past life karma. And so even in your past lives, right, in your past life, generational there too, but also in your past life, any karma you've accumulated, good and bad, in past lives, has carried with you into this one. The debt that you've accumulated, you're having to clear up. And even if you put out the good karma and you never received the karma, the good karma from that output, you're going to be receiving it in this life. It's greater in abundance though, because it's a new life. It's, this is very old karma, and it's like it's accumulated over time. All the good, it's coming back around for you, and all the bad is being cleared. I don't say bad like bad, right? You could have been past life, you could have been a killer. you could have been a deadly person, but all the karma, good and bad across the board, you're really doing the work of clearing that. You're learning the hard lessons. You're learning the truth, the truths that you need to know for yourself, for your family, the truth that you need to share, whatever truth that is, like whatever is true for you, but is going to help move people and heal people. You're the one doing that. That is not easy. It's like that is the healer's journey through and through. There's this picture online, it just came to mind. There's this picture online I've seen, come across many times, and if you've ever seen it, and it's like, I think it's like a cartoon animated kind of drawing, and there's this young girl who is like knelt down on the ground and she's bawling, and it's like there's all these like people in the shadows, like shadowed figures, kind of behind her, and it looks like they're laughing and they're pointing, and they're all shadowed though, so you don't see faces or anything like that. But it's obvious that there are influences and people and experiences in her life that have been hurtful to her, and she has like an arrow, like a single arrow, one or two in her back, as she's facing away from them and on the ground kneeling and crying. And then there's someone else who's coming over to her on the other side, who's kind of kneeling down by her and wanting to help her, and this young girl has like 50 arrows in her back or whatever. And it's like the one who's strong, like that person who's the leader, someone standing in that leadership, who wants to show up, who wants to help, has gone through it and understands the pain of clearing away and the debt, the karma, and healing, you're healing yourself. That's what you're doing. You definitely have a message to share. You might have gone through something very personal in life that has just completely changed your whole, just who you are, how you see the world, and you want to talk about that because you know that there are other people who are also going through something very painful or catalyzing, just huge in their life, and they don't understand it, and they might feel really alone, and you understood the feeling of going through that, and you have a message to share. And that's where you're wanting to create that healing space and, really affect people at large. I'm going to get one more card. I'm really getting a very strong visual of like someone doing a TED Talk. Not just like a presentation, but like a straight up like TED Talk. I don't know if that's someone listening. Someone's like, I have a dream of being on TED Talk and doing that because I want to talk about something really important. I want to share something really important. I think TED Talks are phenomenal. And then we have intuition. Listen to the whisper of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. And trust your intuition no matter what. Yeah, like you know that you're meant for something. That's why you're choosing to accept this challenge of clearing out, cleaning house, like clearing away everything that doesn't serve you and your lineage and your life moving forward. Like you're listening to that whisper, to that intuition. You're listening to your gut. You're listening to what feels like it's leading, where it's leading you. There might be some things that you're like, kind of like, man, I feel really called to do XYZ, and I don't know why. Like, I just feel so called to do it, or I just feel called to take action in this way, and I don't understand why, but it feels so compelling. There's that. It's like really leading you. You're really being led with that. If you might use tarot and you might use oracle cards, like to help you and guiding you, daily, weekly. You might use divination tools. You might be a channel. You might be a reader. You might have a certain kind of medium, like a certain kind of divination tool in which you use to help you connect with your higher self and leading you and guiding you through all of this healing and these changes. I just heard forgive your past self, like your past self. So forgive your past self in this life, older versions of you, and forgive your past self for any wrongdoings or any karma or any pain that person caused in those lives. Whatever it is, you don't have to know what it is. Maybe you do know what it is. Forgive that so that you can heal that and make peace with it. Go back like, go sit, like, kind of maybe find a place or time to sit quietly. And like, if you ever do this, this is actually something that I really fully believe in, is sitting down and tuning in to go back to moments in time in your current life, to go back to moments in time where your younger self, younger versions of you, maybe did something that was hurtful or painful, in which you never really owned up to something or never apologized. And it could be big and it could be small, like, just whatever it is. I think there's something that maybe is very pertinent and it's very prominent. It's a very prominent memory that somebody has, that's something that they think back to a lot. And you might be telling yourself it's too late, so much time's already gone by, maybe it had to do with another person. You don't have to go back to that person and apologize, or go back to that person to clear the air or whatever. Go back to tapping into the memory of that person, old you at that time, and go to them, go to that younger self and talk to them and say, like, you can talk to them and say, I forgive you and it's okay. You're here and you're doing the work. Acknowledge the experience that you had and forgive that self for anything that you might feel you were in the wrong with, or this is a very particular message, that you might have been in the wrong of, like, and you didn't own up to it. The only reason why you're thinking back to that so much is because you haven't forgiven yourself, or because you haven't let that go. Someone else could have been involved in something or an experience, or but they might have moved on. Maybe you don't think about that person. Maybe you think about it a lot. A lot of times we're the only ones holding on to that and having not forgiven ourselves. So there's something here about forgive your past self, your past lives. So younger you in this life, go back to memories with that younger self and talk to them as if they were the young, immature, ignorant, naive person self that was unaware of something and did not know. And now, you've learned lessons now, you understand things for what they are and why they happened. And if you go back to that older self, talk to that self, and be that guide that younger version of you needed then, you'd be surprised at the closure and the peace that you can have in that moment. And I swear to you, I think of Interstellar every freaking time. When you do that, it's like you are that guide, that angelic presence that you needed then. And when you make peace with the past, you go back into the past where you were and make peace with them, be what they needed, be the guide. You'd be surprised that old you in the current moment in time, because time is relevant, can now make positive changes and do something differently. You change the past, you change the future, you change the present. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, it makes so much sense in my mind. And you'll also clear up the karma that you might be holding on to, or the guilt that you might be feeling, having never forgiven yourself for something in the past. There's definitely something here about self-forgiveness. And then you can totally go into meditation and like go into, past, like, just ask to, go to that place in that time, maybe in a past life where you can make peace with something. Maybe this is coming through. Someone is seeking past life regression. I've never experienced that. I've never had that done, but I've heard amazing things from that. There's so many people who have had so much healing and understanding, almost like a closure of understanding past lives in this regressional sense. and understanding how things in your past life and who you were then, what you did then, actually has had direct impact to who you are today. So somebody might be seeking that. Definitely seek that out. If you're like thinking about it, well, here's your sign. You should totally go seek that out. I've heard just nothing but really amazing things about it. You have to be so open to it. You have to be ready and open to it, though. It doesn't always happen for everybody, or work the way that I think people expect it to. Is you have to be open and receptive to that experience. Yeah, you're definitely being led. You're totally being led by your higher self. You're listening to that intuition. You're listening to the guidance you're receiving from source to move into this greatness. You know on your heart that there is something really big that you are meant to do in this world. You're meant to bring healing. You're meant to help people move beyond the pain and the restraints in their life. You're meant to share a message. I think you're also allowing yourself to be led by your intuition a lot more than just your ego. Like your ego is like trying to be really particular and have control. And I don't think that you're not letting that lead anymore. Like it's good for that to lead when it's trying to protect you, but like you know that you're safe, and so you're really letting your intuition take lead at this time. Hi, Mochi. No, she brought me her toy. It's so cute. Oh, I feel like I really want to pull some of these little cards. I have like 3 of these decks. I love them. So these are nice little messages. So this one, this is the Chakra Love, Raise Your Crystal Vibrations. And so they have all these beautiful like designs. I love this deck. I have like these beautiful designs. They all represent a different stone. And all the stones are also listed on the cards, depending on which one comes out for each chakra. So let's just get some additional messages that might supplement and bring clarity, awareness, or some additional guidance. So the first one out is peace. In stillness, the answer will be revealed. And this is the crown chakra, and it says clear quartz. So that's also kind of what's depicted there in that design is the clear quartz. So that's what it looks like. So stillness, huh? And it just kind of goes hand in hand with the, like, listening to that intuition, going into meditation, even regression, past life regression. All right, we have trust. Trust your intuition. Okay. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Third eye chakra, tourmaline. So there's the back of the card. It's such a pretty, it reminds me of watermelon. I love tourmaline. And then there's the card. Yep. What did I say about intuition? You're trusting your intuition, or you're letting it lead. I don't make this shit up. If I did, I'd be an amazing storyteller. Should probably write some books if that's the case. All right, letting go. Letting go is not giving up. Sometimes it is the first step towards success. Sacral chakra, carnelian. So carnelian, beautiful red-orange stone, very vivid in color. And there's the other one. So this is saying, this is indicating that these are particular chakras that you can work to heal. These stones, maybe in a divination practice or even just having these stones, can help you set an intention to bring balance into those energy centers, or even use them in a meditation practice. But this will all help you in healing yourself, tapping into healing past lives, past self. Heal the past, heal the future, heal yourself. Okay, I'm going to leave that message there. I hope that that message was helpful for some of you, all of you, at least one of you. And if you liked this message and it resonated, please give it a thumbs up. Say hi to Mochi. Yeah. Please give it a thumbs up and comment how it resonated, or comment just to claim. There's my cat. And if you're new to this channel, or if you like these videos, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And until next time, thanks for watching.